Hi, my name's Anne Redcliffe and this is my vlog, Happier Librarian. So this is a vlog post for GLAM Blog Club and the theme of this month's GLAM Blog Club is radical. So what I'm going to do is talk about two radical ideas about happiness. The first radical idea about happiness is that having more money doesn't bring you more happiness. So this is based on a study which is often cited by happiness theorists, where they looked at the happiness levels of people who had recently won the lottery versus people who'd recently been forced to live with a disability. And they measured the happiness levels over a 12-month period, and what they found was that 12 months later, the people who'd just won the lottery actually had decreased happiness levels, and the people who were living with a disability had often increased or the same happiness levels. So I think this is because happiness comes down to three things. So spending time with family and friends and with people that you care about, volunteering or giving back to the community, so helping others, and also learning new skills, keeping your brain active, doing new things. None of these things necessarily require money, or lots of money anyway, and so I think that's one of the reasons why having more money doesn't necessarily bring you more happiness. So the second radical idea about happiness that I'm going to talk about is the idea that happiness necessarily means positive emotion. So that happiness necessarily means joy and feeling good and being exuberant and jumping about all over the place. So happiness doesn't necessarily mean that. Happiness can just mean a sense of calm, a sense of stability, a sense of things being untroubled. Happiness is about also meaning and having a sense of purpose. It isn't necessarily just feeling good all of the time. So that brings me to my reading recommendation for this vlog, which is a book called Happy Go Money by Melissa Leong. So I thought this was a great book. It's a book that actually combines happiness theory with personal finance theory. And in this book, Melissa talks about there being different ways that you can spend your money or take care of your money so that it does actually increase your happiness. And she does say also that you don't need a lot of money in order to be happy. So one of the things she says you should concentrate on spending your money on is, rather than spending your money on things, spend your money on experiences. So rather than buying a new dress, put that money aside and save for a holiday to Spain or Bali or wherever you want to go next. So she talks about experiences being much more able to increase your happiness than just buying random things. And the second thing she talks about is saving for your retirement. So she calls it your silver fox years. And she says that in order to be happy, you have to think not only about your happiness now, but also about your happiness in the future. So that might mean putting aside extra contributions to your super in order to be able to save for your retirement. It might mean paying off your mortgage sooner and putting more money on your mortgage in order to be able to pay it off so you can live mortgage free in your retirement. But basically she says in order to be happy both now and in the future, you need to think about what you can do for your future self. So it was a really good book, Happy Go Money by Melissa Leong. I thoroughly recommend it. And finally, I'll leave you with a happiness tip. So my happiness tip would be, think about what happiness means to you. So what's your definition of happiness? How would you define happiness? And you might do that in a couple of sentences, or you might do that in some dot points, but just think about what happiness means to you. So that's my final tip for this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this, and I look forward to seeing everyone else's posts on the theme of radical as well. Bye for now.